see how they get on, and but they'll be, as I say, the big problem is the longer they spend in the pits doing the the longer they spend out on the track using up the fuel, the longer they'll have to spend in the pits filling it up again. And the problem that Audi then has is that their car seems to use a little bit more fuel than the Peugeot does.
Stefan Sarrazin charging hard again, making use of that hole in the air that Simon Pagenaud, his teammate, is punching. And tucked in right behind is the number 8 Peugeot, behind the number 9, and has set again an absolute best through sector 2. This time a 1 minute 19.5 for Stefan Sarrazin, and a personal best for that car through sector 1. So Sarrazin is the quickest Peugeot at the moment. Of course, he is tucked in right behind Simon Pagenaud. The two Peugeots have fallen a little bit further behind the Audi of Benoit Treluet. We reckon Treluet is about to come into the pits at the end of this lap, but I noticed that Peugeot's a lap ago were delayed by the number 83 JMV Racing Ferrari, Jean-Marc Menahem. The two Peugeots encountered the 83 Ferrari on that very narrow section through the Porsche curves and just had to bide their time before they could slingshot past the 83. Benoit Treluet, though, coming now into the pits for stop number 23 on lap number 250, well, the end of 251, and Joe Bradley probably not too far away. I'll bring you upon Graham Tyler is down there.
Yep, comes to a stop right on the board, absolutely perfect. Passenger side door is open, the drink bottle is replaced, the screen has been cleaned as the diesel goes in. Tyres have been brought out again onto the side of the pit apron, but will they be used, won't they be used, dare they use them? Still cleaning the screen, still the fuel going in, and it's still the fuel going in. No, he's going straight out again, no tyres, just fuel and on his way. And here's coming up behind the third place Peugeot, number 9.
Yeah, Sarrazin came in, and I think Joe was watching that.
Not quite, just monitored it at the bottom of the pit lane, also watching what's happening with the Flying Lizard, number 80.
Okay.
The number 9 Peugeot has rolled by. I saw it pull in. It looked like from the timing of it, it just took on fuel. I'd be surprised if they managed tyres in the time that it was actually stationary.
It was fuel only, Joe, so we've had two of the Britannics have done their pit stop and gone on their way again, but of course the number 7 car didn't come in. Remember, I sort of was wondering exactly how they were playing this at Peugeot. Well, what they've done is they put one behind and one ahead of the Audi, and so Alex Wurz, I reckon he's going to be coming in at the end of this lap. He's leading this lap in the number 7 Peugeot, but at the end of this lap, he too is going to come in to refuel. They're only going to have to refuel his car. Again, it's going to be down to the fuel economy of the car, how long it takes to get the replenishment fuel into the car, and then we'll have all three of them back together again as they head off on their 253rd lap, which is what they'll be doing when they've refueled Alex Wurz in number 7. I can't imagine that they're going to be putting tyres on them at this stage, because these tyres have only done one stint. The clever bit is going to be when do you actually put the tyres on, because the way they're being driven at the moment, they're going to be chewing up the tyres. But on the other hand, if we can see, as we did before, the Audis were quite able to do quadruple stints. We've seen the Peugeots do quadruple stints, but not as often as we have done the Audis. So maybe they use a bit more fuel, but maybe they use a bit less tyres. I mean, it's a very difficult one to call, this one.
Update from the Flying Lizards team, and thank you to Eve Hewitt who has got the update. There's a probable issue with an injector wire for the number 80 car. That's why it's been backed into the garage. In the hands of Patrick Long, was 6th in class, but has now fallen down to 7th position. Nicolas Armindo in the number 76 IMSA Performance Porsche takes advantage of that and moves up to 6th in class. Joe is down with Flying Lizards.
Okay, we'll take what they said with regard to the injector wire. However, they put 15 litres of oil in the catch tank at the front. Now, whether that's related to the issue that was brought in, if the engine is losing oil, then 15 litres is a hell of a lot of oil to have to replenish. Let's keep an eye on this car. If it is losing oil in then they're going to be doing very well indeed to get this to the finish.
There is a new race leader in the form of Alex Wurtz, who does not come into the pits. His teammate Stefan Sarazan is there, though, in the number 8 car. So we've seen a pit stop for Benoit Trellier in number 2, pit stop for Simon Pagenaud in Peugeot number 9, and now Stefan Sarazan is in there getting a full tank of fuel. But Alex Wurtz, Paul, stayed out.
That's right, I didn't expect Alex Wurtz to stay out, so we'll have a look at the calculations. The number 8 Sarazan Peugeot did 11 laps on his tank full, and we know that Peugeots can do 12, so there's an indication of the kind of pace they've been doing. Trellier